Hey guys, welcome back to the Fool Show. Of course, I am Foolish Phil. I just wanted to give you my thoughts on the breaking news this afternoon. Tom Brady is reportedly going to retire after 22 years of quarterbacking in the NFL, and just wanted to give you my thoughts on this. And honestly, I debated about whether I wanted to even do this video. I think it's just inherently, I just feel sad about this. Because for so many years, of course, with my love of Michigan, I have been able to watch Tom Brady, and as all fans do, when he did well, I had more joy in my life. Obviously, he had won 7 Super Bowls, gone to 10 of them. He has the NFL record for completions, the NFL record for touchdown throws. Obviously, the greatest of all time at the quarterback position. But yeah, it's like, man, now there's like no Tom Brady to follow, no games to watch for him. Obviously, big Patriots fan I was for years. Obviously, Tampa Bay the last 2 years. It's just like, oh, this is just so sad in a way. And what more can you ask as a fan, though, really, right? He has provided years of entertainment for me, and it's been such a joy to watch him play. And I think there's a distinction here about how he's leaving. I know he's not going to leave winning the Super Bowl. Perhaps he should have retired last year after winning the Super Bowl. Maybe that would have been the nice send-off for him, and people could have celebrated him in that way. But still, that might have been the best way. But think about it this year. He had led the league in passing yards. He led the league in touchdown throws. This year at age 44. So he's not leaving. He's not quitting because his body is broken. He's not retiring. Quitting's a bad word for this. He's not retiring because he can't do it anymore. No, he's retiring because he, as he said on his podcast with Jim Gray, he was saying it's been a lot of sacrifices. He's missed things with his wife and his kids, and you could tell if you heard that podcast. I would suggest go listening to it. But he just realized that family's becoming more important. His kids are older; they're into things more, and he's had his sports life. He's run that course, and it's time to shift, to open a new chapter in his life. And just the difference though, how he went out statistically having such a great year. I mean, I assume Aaron Rodgers is going to win the MVP, only throwing I think 4 interceptions, something crazy like that this year. But Brady and Aaron Rodgers were kind of neck and neck on a lot of polls. I still think Aaron Rodgers is going to win this. But Tom Brady was up for, he was in consideration for the NFL MVP this year. And now he's stepping away from it. And that's a big difference between other quarterbacks that have stepped away. Just think about some of the legends of the sport that have left. Eli Manning, who was replaced by Daniel Jones in his final year. He decided not to, go off and start another chapter in a different team. He just retired. You can look at Drew Brees last year, who was very hampered. He could not really even throw the ball much more than 10 yards downfield, and that really played into Tampa Bay going into New Orleans and winning that playoff game. I always kind of wondered if, the backup, his name suddenly eludes me. I can see him in my mind. But if he would have played, perhaps, with deep throws and all that, he would have had a much better chance to beat Tampa Bay. And then, of course, you can even look at this year, Ben Roethlisberger, who made the playoffs, backdoored into the playoffs thanks to the tie and all that. But he made the playoffs, and he could hardly throw the ball worth anything. You just see how these quarterbacks have been broken down by the sport and by age. And then you see Tom Brady going out there, leading the league in passing, touchdown, passes, yards, and so it's like he's not quitting because he's not good enough anymore. It's quitting because he just wants to do something else. So honestly, like I said, this is a sad day. This is a day I never really wanted to think would happen because, I live in Michigan, so I'm a Lions fan. It's like, the Lions are terrible for the existence of basically my whole life. Outside of watching Barry Sanders and, Calvin Johnson, there's been no joy in Detroit, really. And now you see it with Matthew Stafford, thankfully, getting out of Detroit and going off to Los Angeles. And You can see him using his talent, and they're winning games, unlike in Detroit. So it just becomes, who's going to be my new team to cheer for, my new quarterback that I want to watch, because the guy, the GOAT, Tom Brady, is moving on. Those are just my thoughts. It's a sad day in the life of Foolish Phil and sports love, but it was going to happen at some point. If you have some thoughts, put them in the comments below. I'll try to respond as I'm able to. If you really like this video, please hit that subscribe button. Until I see you guys next time, as always, go blue.